Hi there, my name is Anita Griesbach. I'm here to share success stories of women from all around the globe to inspire and to encourage millions of women to write their own success story. I'm pleased to welcome Vikó Speier as my guest here today. Victoria is a fashion and portrait photographer, and she had a life-changing photography session back in 2018 with Norbert Bánhalmi, which changed her professional and her personal life. We'll find out more about that later. Hello and welcome, Victoria. I'm pleased to see you.
Hello, Anita. Nice to see you. And I'm really happy that you started this project. So happy to be a part of it.
Thank you so much. How are you today? How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm quite fine. A busy day ahead as usual, but yeah, the weather is better than it's usually in autumn. So I'm really inspired by that.
Great, yeah, here as well. It's full of colors now. We can actually jump into the introduction right now. I mentioned that you had a life-changing photography session, which changed your life professionally and personally. I find that really exciting. Would you like to tell more about that?
Yeah, sure. It was really a game changer in my life, I would say. Photography was a hobby for me, like for everyone who starts with it, I guess. But afterwards, when I moved to Budapest because of my university studies, I started a photography course. And afterwards, I got really into this topic, and I was surrounded by many professionals who are like more talented, and they were more experienced, so I got inspired to follow them on the way. And afterwards this 1-year course ended, I felt that okay, it was a good start. I gained the default package, I would say, but afterwards I will need some more mentoring and help from other professionals who are yeah, more like into this topic. And this is how I usually think of my self-development. And afterwards I had a partly accidental and partly conscious encounter with Norbert, my colleague, who I'm working with today as well. And then we had a photography session, which was like revealing quite a lot of psychological background that is related to photography. So it's, yeah, partly about the settings, the gear, and the skills that you can learn even from YouTube, but it's far just a part of it. And yeah, basically this was quite an inspiring session, because I was like, how should I put it? So I could encounter my inner child, who was a really creative one. And as I was studying as an economist, I was like more focused on my career development in a rational way, and it revealed my intuitive self a little bit. So that's how it all started, and now it's been 5 or 6 years now, I guess. So
Amazing. That's really great that you follow your passion already in your you're in your 20s, right?
yeah.
Many people start doing that in their 30s, late 30s, or even 40s, 50s, or I don't know, even much later. So it's great that you're starting taking things in your hand and yeah, just making your dreams come true. You actually also do different kind of photography, right? Also, I don't know, art, nude. Um, so you're growing your portfolio.
Yeah, it's true that I'm doing several projects, like also business portraits, creative portraits, fashion, also advertising, and sometimes artistic nude pictures as well. So quite a wide range of styles and clients, so also private and from the corporate world. And it's also inspiring to work with people. So mainly that's the topic I'm dealing with, whatever the context is. But the thing I I usually highlight about this. It's not the technical part, but maybe the psychological part. So getting connected to people who are, usually not used to being photographed. Maybe they don't even like the situation. And how can you actually connect to them in a short time frame? So it's always an inspiring job because you never have the same situation, the same clients, the same personalities, and you get to know stories that you would maybe not if you weren't doing this job.
I can imagine. It must be exciting. Every project is totally different. Mhm. Can you recall a story? I guess you have several ones. Off the top of your head, can you recall one which was really extraordinary, fun, inspiring, crazy?
Oh my God, it's hard to pick just one because I had so many, even funny ones as well and inspiring ones as well. Maybe I would highlight our latest tour to New York this summer with my colleague. There we have quite a lot of ones. A completely different mindset out there than here in Hungary. So that was also a challenge for me personally as well to adapt to this new mentality. But it was really inspiring because there it's like a paradise for artists because you just have to go to the streets and there's always something happening, and you can get the chance to meet artists and get to know randomly people. So it's always inspiring. One other thing I can recall is my very first occasion when I got a press pass to a festival. This is World Festival back then, before even this COVID period, and I got the chance to go, really close to the stage where all the professional photographers went. This was also at the time when I was doing this basic course from photography, so I was not that experienced yet. And I managed to take a really good photo of the singer of Imagine Dragons. And the rain was pouring, so it was really challenging to actually protect my gear and get a great shot, because we had only like 1 or 2 songs where we could stay really close. So it was a little bit of a time pressure and stress as well, but it turned out to be a really good shot that I'm loving a lot since then. And it was a great experience because I was really like a beginner back then, and this was one of my success stories that I can recall as a milestone, and I got really good feedbacks on it, so it was like giving me a little bit of flow. But my camera was like a bit damaged because the water actually lived inside, so I was lucky that it didn't get broke, but still it's funny.
Oh, at least you got a great shot out of it.
Yeah, everything for a great shot.
I can imagine. I can imagine you have different poses as well to get the best shot, like, I don't know, lying on the floor or hanging down a tree.
Yeah, that's like my everyday life, so I quite often go to the streets to get photos done with clients as well, and then the usual thing that happens to me is accidentally being hit by the cars almost, because I'm not really paying attention when I'm taking photos. I'm really involved in getting the best moments, and sometimes my models warn me that, oh, just to take care.
Recently, I read on your website a sentence that I really liked. Art has the superpower to lift others up. What do you mean with that?
I already mentioned this psychological part of our job. So making people more confident and relieved, and maybe encourage them to reveal their scars and even face their fears. So I think this is a really important part of our job, and it's like the key to success, I would say, because yeah, setting the gear is just one thing, but if you cannot make the model feel comfortable and feel that he or she is at a safe place in your studio, then you won't get that shot. Yeah, so perfectly done. So that's what I mean by them. And also I think you can use art in several ways that lift others up. Also, in another meaning, when it's not about clients but charity projects, I usually take part in projects like this when I get the chance and the time for it. So that's another aspect I'm really considering as an important part of my mission.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Sounds good. You're involved in good causes.
Yeah, we also did a collaboration project, I think last year, when we were like exhibiting with a group of photographers from Team Olympus, our works of art in Starbucks cafes, and people just could watch them. And also we had a website where they could just order it in print form, and the income was supporting charity project. So we are trying to connect our passion with good causes.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Sounds awesome. So when you look at the future, is there a project or a dream that you're currently working towards, or is there a vision that you would love to realize one day?
I have too many, so it's always hard to fit this in this 24 hours that we have per day. If I'm talking about short term, I'm about to launch my blog related to my New York adventures. So that's what's coming up in the next weeks, hopefully. So I'm really excited about that, because since we returned home back in the summer, I really got a lot of questions about our experiences, that I got feedbacks from friends I didn't really see since ages, that they were curious about the adventures that we have. And I was actually, to be honest, not expecting that it will be such an interesting thing for so many people. But yeah, I'm relying on this feedback, and also to make memories last, even for myself, it's better to write it down, and afterwards you can remember it better when the years pass by. And maybe it's also interesting for others, what culture shocks did we have, what personal experience, and also regarding photography. So that's what I'm really into now currently. And also we are attempting to launch some international projects with my colleague Norbert, that you have already mentioned. So we are focused on this perspective now, but we'll see what the future holds.
I look forward to reading more of you. Compliments to you. When I read your website, I love your writing style. It's the way you write, and you love using proverbs as well. I love them. Like I think important for you is as well, be the change you wish to see in the world. Yeah.
Actually, I think this sentence was like coming towards me several times in other forms in the internet. So it just like made me remember the sense and the meaning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Love it. So one of my favorite questions, what is your personal secret to success?
Yeah, it's tricky, because it depends on how we define success. I have my own definition. I consider it in a way that it's really important to have a balance between the things that you communicate outside, how you behave, what things are you involved in, either professionally or personally, and the things that are in you, like deep down your soul, also like your personality, your motivation, and also maybe like overcoming childhood trauma and dealing a lot with self-development. So that's what I usually consider as a starting point to go on a path that is really meant for you, and not just live a life that may seem successful if you don't know the background. So that's the basic thing I usually consider. And also I think the ones who are comfortable with silence and being sometimes alone, it helps a lot, because nowadays, in our fast and ever-changing world, we don't really get the chance for self-reflection if we are not conscious about taking the time for it. And I think this is really an important part, because then you can have a little bit more of a strategic vision if you are planning, and also getting the consequences of the past. So I usually do, for example, year compass. I don't know whether you're familiar with this. This is like a little book, or I don't know, that you can download from the internet and fill in yearly. So this is like a reflection of the past year, and also preparation for the next year, a little bit of planning. And this is what I usually do during Christmas to like getting my vision and my things a little bit more into structure. So this is very good, because if you read it a few years afterwards, you can see the evidence that, okay, I was into this topic, I could tick this off my bucket list, or I did development in certain fields. So I think it's good to have plans, and also like I really believe in mentoring. So we've already mentioned my colleague Norbert, who really helped me a lot from the beginning of my career as a photographer. Also personally and professionally. So I'm always like trying to surround myself by people who are inspiring me, and also having the courage to get in contact with professionals who you admire for some reason. And also I think coaching is also a very helpful way of getting more and more insights, and this is what I was really into in the past months as well. I was helped by Judit Zolnay, a former CEO of MetLife, so it was really a great help from her to think about my career planning as well. So I'm thankful for her as well. So basically, I think there are a lot of aspects of success and how to get there, but also it's important not to enjoy it when you are there and you achieve your goals, but along the way. So because it's much longer than the actual moment when you have that actually goal done.
Thank you so much for sharing. You mentioned so many important points. Yes, really, self-reflection is so important. It really helps you growing. Can be painful sometimes, but
it should be painful to be useful, I think.
Yes, it really keeps you grow and become who you really want to be, who you are. And mentoring, yes, I have recently discovered this idea as well, and I also think having a mentor and having a mentee, it gives you so much and helps you, helps others. So it's really,
and it's also related to this mentoring topic. So if you get successful in certain parts of your life, it's good to share it with others, help others who are not there yet, but they want to make progress. And this is also an important part that I usually consider. So success should not be considered in an individual way, but as part of a community, or just inspiring others to join you on your way, or just like help them start their own way.
Yes, true. Thanks. You mentioned really some great points. So you have mentioned some role models that you have. Which inspiring woman would you like to see in my interview with me one day?
Oh my God, it's hard to choose because I'm following quite a lot of them, and I usually read also interviews and also listen to other podcasts where I can better get to know not just the professional side of them, but also the personal stories behind. But if I can mention one, that will be 𝐲𝐮𝐫𝐫𝐸 from New York. She's also a fashion photographer and also an educator, really well known in the whole globe. So I would really love to get to know her story because I follow her professional content and I'm inspired by her work and teachings, but I know quite a few information about her personal side, so it would be quite interesting to get to know her from this aspect as well.
Thank you. Sounds awesome. Well, Vikó, thank you so much for sharing your story and your passion. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much for the invitation, and go on with the project.
I will, thank you. And to you out there, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and you got some inspiration to be the change you wish to see in the world. Take care and see you next time. Bye.